All right. Thank you for coming, everybody. Lalita, Dean, sound is low. Okay, let's find out why that is. Okay, all right. Let's find out with from others. Sound is really low too. Okay, wonder why. Okay, sound is still low. Yeah. Okay, let's find out. No. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Better now, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda. Nityananda, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, Nityananda, Nityananda. Ah, my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, ah. Sri oh. Shamaguri, all right. There she is, Mr. Static. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri 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 Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya. Couple verses. Chaitanya Chandradaya. Nectar Moon, our Lord Chaitanya. Nectar Moon, our Lord Chaitanya.
Sound is too low.
Okay.
Everything is too low. Guru are you there?
I'm coming.
It's like you are on the toilet.
The whole world's on the toilet. Nectar Moon, oh Lord Chaitanya. Nectar Moon, Lord Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. Chapter 3. May Lord Chaitanya, whose shoulders are like a lion, who, whose smiling cheeks are the sweetest of all things, whose body displays various wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love of Krishna. Again, see, that's our mission here, to preach the glories of the bodies of those who display the symptoms of ecstatic love. Isn't that amazing? It's such a concept, such a new thing, such an old thing, but a new thing. Because revival, the idea of revival is great because you revive something that's been dormant. See, people's ecstatic love has been dormant. These teachings have been dormant. They've been kind of laying, waiting, you know, for the right time to spring forth, which is now. See, showing the glories of happily worshiping Krishna in ecstatic love like it was in bygone days. See? Something new, right? Look at all the resistance we get to this. Why? They were doing, display wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love. That's the associate. People don't even know. What is an associate of Lord Chaitanya? Well, that's it, man. You have like father, like son type thing. That's our father, our intimate friends, our beloved. There has ecstatic symptoms, wonderful ecstatic symptoms in their bodies. And what do we see here? Wonderful symptoms in the devotees' bodies here developing more and more. Amazing. Huh? See? See, people getting comfortable with transcendental personalities being on this earth instead of them just, you hear about Narada Muni, they're all roaming around here, but they're all in incognito. See, See, they're incognito, but first we gotta be incog needle. They gotta needle people first. Gotta needle everybody, gotta prick them. You have to get purified. They gotta see this, even though you shouldn't show this. My Guru Dev never showed ecstatic love, therefore it should never be shown. That's the greatest thing in the world. You can't, this is better than the metaverse. You know, well, this is the best entertainment I've never seen entertainment like this. We all like to be entertained, right? People pay millions of dollars to be entertained. Look at all the millennials now; they love entertainment. They're inside their little video games for entertainment. Yeah, we got better entertainment, man. This entertainment, the Lord is the entertainer. Okay? So and people, need to know that we don't need to go and pay all this money for entertainment out there. It's not as good as this. Chanting a holy name in ecstasy, constant source of entertainment, not only for us but for the world. Yeah. And at first, most people don't like the act. They think, what is this? What kind of entertainment is this? They're not used to seeing quality entertainment. Used to seeing Hollywood blockbusters, which bust your block. You become very unintelligent. Stupid, dumb. They're used to that kind of stuff. This is for the refined. This is for the Acharya Devs, the real Acharya Devs. See, these are the Acharya Devs that they're caused to be an Acharya is this ecstatic worship. It makes them real acharyas of devotion. They really become experienced devotees. The Lord shows you all these wonderful things. See, to those, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 again, again and again, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I see Krishna. Because of this loving ecstasy, I, Krishna, the big ego in the sky, the huge ego that encompasses all of us. Give them the understanding to come to me. See, who is that me? That's that Lord. See, loving relations. The Lord came to teach us all about that. Okay, what about? Didn't you know Krishna consciousness is all about loving relations with God? That's why devotees, real devotees, have real transformations in their bodies, like these things say. You are my entertainment channel. That's right. We're the entertainment channel here. The devotees are going to be fascinating. You may not agree with us. This may be controversial, what we say. This might be so different, but it'll be fascinating. It'll put you on the edge of your chair. You'll think, I never heard things like this before from my Guru Dev. How dare he? You'll be outraged. You'll be thrilled. You'll be inspired. You will cry. You will laugh. You will criticize. But you will not be bored when you come to our entertainment channel here. You'll be contemplative like Tom, thinking deeply about the subject matter. Everything conceivable and inconceivable to your imagination, you will experience here on this channel here. Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch will get you twitching. Yeah. Creating great tidal waves in the ocean of mercy, splendidly dressed in wonderful saffron garments, as glorious as the sunrise, and glowing with the nectar of pure love for Krishna. One thing you cannot deny is the devotees here glow because of ecstatic love. They have a shine to them. They smile a lot. They cry. They laugh. They do things that people normally don't do in society, even. They cry, they laugh publicly, right before your eyes. Come see the great show, the greatest show on earth. The carnival is in town. Come laugh at us. Come cry with us. Mm. May the wonderful and handsome moon of Lord Caitanya, which has risen from the milk ocean of Sachi's womb, enter the sky of your heart. See? Heart's like it becomes like a sky. And the Lord shines there. He becomes our sun. You notice that? You notice Lord Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna are our sun now. They give us light, don't they? Don't they give us understanding, give us freshness, everything like the morning sun. In the sky, Lord Chaitanya's sky, like Rupa Goswami's beautiful saying, may that Lord, Sachi had this paraphrase, may that Lord, the son of Mother Sachi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chamber of your heart. Okay? Yeah. Uprooting the dense darkness in the hearts of the entire world. See? Uprooting the dense darkness in the hearts of the entire world. See, anybody, when the Lord appears in your heart, No, you know what real light is. Can you imagine living in darkness in the world and you never seen the sun? It would always look dark, right? You never seen the sun. The sun has never risen. But when it rises, oh, look at that. There's sun. Oh, look at this. There's sun. I see the sun. This is the real light. Oh, that's dark and this is light. This is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. It's like that exactly. The whole world, even goodness, even the mode of goodness is darkness compared to the light of Gauranga appearing in our hearts. Right there, Shamagori.
Yes.
Amazing grace.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, that's it. It's such a different experience. When the Lord arises, you find out, wow, this is the real light. This is real purification. And the thing, even like, see, rules in the mode of goodness, you thought to purify yourself and do all these things. And then you find this purification. My God, this is so more powerful. Wow, I feel more clean inside, from the inside out. Wow, this is better than a shower. You know, mode of goodness, you take nice water, 3 times a day as a Brahmin. Oh, I feel really clean. But man, when the Lord appears in the heart, man, now you know what real cleanliness is. And you know why Lord Chaitanya says, hey, you could be a perfect Brahmin, but unless the Lord appears in your heart, you're not even purified yet. You can't even purify anybody else. Everybody's going to these impressive renunciates and Brahmins to get purified, and they're not getting purified until you meet a devotee, a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, in whose body you see transformations because of this kind of activity going on inside, deep in the chambers of the sky of the heart. This the world doesn't know, but now they can know. We reveal it. The Lord reveals it to us, and we reveal it to the world. They don't know about this purification. The great, illustrious Acharya Dev doesn't know. Narayan Maharaj never preached it. Prabhupada didn't verbalize it much, a little bit, little hints here and there, and put it in his books, and we extract the gold from the books, not the Vaidhi message. That's for Acharya Dev. You're Acharya out there to preach. That's for Radhanath to preach the renunciate message, the rules and regulations, and the ceremonial thing. All that hard work you got to do. We do the easy work, man. Effortless purification. Just glorify the truth as it is. See, we follow what Jesus taught, worshiping in spirit and truth. I don't know, somehow, whatever's deep in there, I think it's Radha or Lord Chaitanya or somebody really happy. Because when I speak these truths, I feel so good, clear, blissed out. I understand these. I understand why Veda Vyas was. God, I spent my whole life like all these gurus and all their followers. I spent my whole life, and they haven't even heard the real Bhagavad. We spent our whole lives doing these rules and regulations. And why are we not happy? So why the Lord Vedas thinking? I spent all my life teaching rules and regulations and ceremonial worship of God, and then I go to liberation and teach all about the impersonal aspect. And why am I not happy in my heart? And therefore Bhagavatam was born. And nobody's even hearing the real Bhagavatam yet. They're hearing, oh no, they're still trying to get to the point is, oh, God, I did these rules and regulations, but why am I not feeling intimacy and closeness with the God? Why do I not feel really happy in here? Why is that not happening? Why are so many of the leaders still hypocrites and actually they're like poopy popes? All into ceremonies and rituals and all of that. Is that what God is about? See, when you're like that, maybe you'll come here and hear the real Bhagavatam. Hear why Lord Chaitanya said, Ramananda Roy, don't tell me the perfection of life is Varnashram Dharma. Tell me something more. That's external bhakti. I want to feel closer to the truth. See, that's Jesus stuff. That's Lord Chaitanya's stuff. That's our stuff. See, we live on that stuff. That stuff is transcendental stuff. Truth. That's the bread of life. That's the body of God. Are these truths? That's the real Bhagavatam that we preach here. And that's why you got to hear it, because you're not hearing it from them. They're still believing in rules and regulations that Veda Vyas finally said he rejected that and said, Narada Muni, you ecstatic. See, it's always the ecstatic devotee that comes and saves a friggin' day, doesn't it? That's the deliverance. Narada Muni, we know he was laughing and crying and doing all these things and therefore realizing everything. Then comes the Veda Vyas and laughs at, well, you know what? You're teaching mundane stuff. What do you expect? That doesn't please God in the heart. The Lord likes ecstasy, man. He likes intimacy. He likes Radha, man. Doesn't everybody like women? Come on, man. Women, men. The beautiful man, beautiful woman. Everybody wants one. Why? Because God wants one. But he has one that he really loves, and he doesn't love anybody else unless they're related to her. Bhakti Devi, that's his girlfriend, man. Always was and always will be. And nobody's interested in her. They're the most beautiful woman in the whole universe. Nobody knows what she looks like until you come here and look at a Lalita Ganga or a Johan or a Govinda or anybody that has real bhakti. And then now you're looking at a girlfriend of hers. Otherwise, you haven't met. You got to find the girlfriend to introduce you to Radha, to devotion, to Bhakti Devi. And then you'll preach nothing else if it's time to reveal the secret of the universe. Oh, this is the best kept secret in the universe. And I've been given the order. Go Haridas, it has my approval. You go and you preach the real truth and set people free. And we're doing it, aren't we? Look how many freebies, free beings here. And it's a freebie. Freebie for free beans. Otherwise, all you're eating are beans out there, man. They're just eating beans, man. You're just on a breadline, man. Soup kitchen out there, man, for poor people, orphans, homeless person. They're all homeless, man. Oh, the gurus included. They're homeless, man, looking for home. We found home, man. We're eating at the table at the feast every friggin' day. Man, the feast is here. The feast is God. The feast is the name of Krishna. Tasting the darn thing, not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, I did my rounds. No, the nectar and the name to the point of ecstatic transformation of the body, proving that you have a degree, not on the wall, here, degree of devotion, man, degree of the mercy of the Lord living and residing in you. And if anybody wants that, you want that degree, or you want a charya day? Well, you want to go to school? You want to go and get that PhD so you can teach to intelligent persons? Well, go ahead, man. Go spend 6 years of brain indoctrination. And then the best you can do is you juggle the words in the scriptures and make an impressive show that doesn't do anything. Where's the bhakti? Where's the ecstasy? Only here. Those with the degree here. They're the authorities, right? No degree of devotion? No authority in this world, man. You don't know what's what yet. Only Radha knows what's what. She better be situated in the inner core of the heart, right there, Hare Krishna. Uprooting the dense darkness in the hearts of the entire world. The entire world, not just part of the world, the entire world, man. 99.9% of the population are in dense darkness still. You know, if one, Prabhupada said this, if 1% of the population was Krishna consciousness, they can change the whole world. But what kind of Krishna consciousness? You have 1% maybe in all these Vaidhi Bhaktas, but they're not even Krishna conscious yet. They don't know what it is. This is what it is. To have Lord Chaitanya situated in your heart and express it and see who really knows and who doesn't know. And most don't know because they go, "What is this?" Well, we're expressing the truth. What's the truth? No, the truth are rules and regulation. My Guru Dev said it's renunciation. It's chanting 1 lakh of dry rounds. It's austerities. It's doing Ekadasi every 11 days, and it's that's Krishna consciousness. No, Krishna consciousness is ecstatic love, man. I'm gonna repeat that 3 friggin' times so you know. Ecstatic love. Ecstatic love is Krishna consciousness. Devotion to Krishna reveals the real Krishna. Otherwise, you don't know Krishna. Watch out, it gets a little wild around here. Our dundas are loaded. Oh, you didn't know? Get 2 dundas. Sometimes we go like this and play the drums like Rade, right? Boom, 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 boom. I love that. See, making the nectar ocean of bliss of pure love for Krishna overflow its shores without limit. The overflow, what is it? Just an analogy. What does that mean? Overflow. I'm an Acharya Dave. What does that mean? The overflow. Let's not talk about something else external because I don't know. What does that mean? The overshores. Yeah, that means tears in your friggin' eyes. For God's sake. Overflow its shore. Why you don't understand? Of course not. Without love of Krishna, you can't understand any of these verses. No wonder they have to, props, everything prop. Well, I got a degree, I spent 6 years going to school, being brainwashed, so I can preach to intelligent people. But I don't understand what Gohari's saying there. What's he preaching? I don't know, man. I'm more intelligent, man, because I got my degree on the wall there. He's just got some degree in the heart. What is this? What is a degree in the heart, man? That ain't Krishna consciousness. My wall degree is it? No, playing the piano perfectly is a sign and a symptom of being an authorized spiritual master. My clerk group over there, the GBC, giants over there, the big. Don't you see? They sit around the round table with their rubble there. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru, go out and deliver your disciples now. Anyone who gives you a bunch of money, anyone who follows you and gives all their time and energy, you will be delivered. You just tell them that. Get them to believe that. And if they get tired because they're not getting any reciprocation, give them a wife, give them a sannyas, give them I know, I've been there. I've spent 5 years in ISKCON, man. Give them everything but what we don't know, the devotion, the bhakti. See, making the nectar ocean of bliss, of pure love of Krishna, overflows the shores without limit. See, if you're really feeling the bliss, the tears come, man. No tears, no bliss. Srila Prabhupada said a nectar devotion, unless you start to cry when you're worshiping the Lord, this nectar, you all can check it, it's all in there. You're not even cultivating bhakti. See? That's why you see people come here, they get lots of profuse tears usually. That means you're really in the cultivation stage. See, that's not in the external stage. External stage, you're not like that. Because if you do that, the Lord will give you a devotee association where they cry. If you read these books here, Chaitanya Bhagavat, there's a lot of crying of the devotees because they're on the stage of cultivation of pure devotional service. This is it. There's a lot of crying. If there's not a lot of crying, then you're not even cultivating the Krishna consciousness, according to Prabhupada's book, Nectar Devotion, which is from Rupa Goswami. See, devotion is devotion, and it has its symptoms. Otherwise, you're just practicing. You ever see people practicing? There's no love in what they do. They're just practicing. I did it. I practiced in classical guitar for 6 months. That was a miracle. For me to do anything like that for 6 months. Yeah, practice. And it was just kind of just going over, you just go over the scales, you know, and there was no love really. And then it was just practice, practice. That's Krishna consciousness. You're just kind of practicing until devotion awakens, till the tears start coming. Then you get reports like from you guys. Oh, wow, it's changing my life. Wow, everything is so different. I think a lot of people get that when they first come to Krishna because from another incarnations they come, and they have something and they're trying to continue on. But generally, it's religion they come to. They're coming to get Krishna, but they get religion, and these kamsas are there. The kamsas are the religious hypocrites, and that's your obstacle, man. I'm here to help you through that obstacle. Anybody who wants through. Because if otherwise, the religious will cut you down. They'll cut your bhakti down. I've been there, done that. I know. The first day, I was in it for Krishna, man. The first day, I chanted the mantra in ecstasy. I read Prabhupada's books in ecstasy. And the very first day, the temple presidency, the so-called authorities come, who are in charge of the real Krishna consciousness, but really not. And as soon as the tears came, immediately cut it down. See? And that's why Bhakti Siddhanta says religious organizations, they kill the spirit of devotion. See? So that's your opposite. Okay, you come as a beginner, but you want to be cut free? Well, you got to get real bhakti. You got to get this devotion. You got to be around devotees, in association of real devotees who have real bhakti. It's congregational chanting. You notice we're congregating together and chanting the holy names. And looks like many of us are pretty ecstatic about it too. Well, there you go, man. This is the path we're doing. We're following the order of Lord Caitanya. But we're not just congregation and practicing devotion. Well, we're practicing with effect, not just coming here and putting out a big show for the big gurus who are not really big at all in the eyes of my Lord. That's why I poo-poo them. You might as well find reality now instead of dying and waiting when you go before Prabhupada and said, "Yeah, actually, I never knew you. I don't know you. I only know ecstatic devotees." Oh, you didn't make it yet. Okay, well, it's good you believe in my books and everything. Go take another birth and try again. I'll send somebody else and let's see if you recognize them. No wonder Narayan Maharaj said, "Oh, Prema Bhakti? Oh, that's a many lifetime thing. Oh, you're not going to get it from me." And certainly don't go to Gohari Das. As a matter of fact, you disciples of Gohari, come to me. Let me take your bhakti and let me give you the wrong ideas. Oh, that's that. That's exactly what happened. The guy still has the wrong idea there. My ex-wife is over there working in an old folks' home or something. That's what you get for going where it isn't and believing in where it isn't. Why are these people being cut down in the world? They believe in politicians, and look, they become less intelligent, right? Well, you go to religious leaders who don't have ecstatic devotion, you become less intelligent. The Narayan Maharaj group is less intelligent. I'll state it directly, and I'll prove it. You bring one of those gurus here, and I'll cut him down with the truth. Really. No joke. Try it. They won't. They're afraid. Every friggin' one of them. I'll prove it's Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Either you got Bhagavad Gita 10:10. If you don't, your illusion will be cut to shreds. So let's have a dance, man. Come on. Let's see. Hey man, if you defeat what I consider truth, okay, well then I'll follow because truth is what I'm all about, man. You got a real truth more than this, that more than we preach. And first of all, you can't even prove it. You can't. Narayan Raj couldn't even show me one disciple like any of you. Not even one. Not one guru's got what you've got. And they won't prove it because they're afraid, because they don't got it and they be exposed. Maya never likes to be. She works in the darkness. See? She works in the darkness. That's how she works. That's why they call it, in Maya's work, right? They call it the deep state, the dark state, the dark things. And you don't think that's going on in religion? You don't think that's going on in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smiti and all that? I know what's going on there. I've been there. I've been to the Radhakund. I've been in all of that. Spying on everything, finding out what's really going on. And it ain't bhakti yet, but it could be. The real deal is here. Everybody can see it. Look at you. Look at these devotees here. This is what it is. This is Krishna consciousness. If it's not happening like this, they don't have the approval of the Lord. That's just the bottom line. They don't have the anointing, as they say in Christianity. You need the anointing. You need to be empowered by that transcendental. You need the authority of Radha and Krishna, Lord Caitanya, and the real Parampara. That's all here, proven. You don't believe in my dream, and you don't believe in the visions, and you don't believe in all that. Well, how about the witness program? How about all the dreams you guys are having, all the visions you're getting, all the ecstasy you're getting? What, ain't proof enough? You want paper degrees, flimsy things like that, house of cards that falls down? Well, that's what you get. This stuff doesn't fall, man. This stuff is solid. These are the real sannyasi roots of the real trunk of Lord Caitanya, solidly rooted in the ground here in this earth to stay, not to be uprooted by rascals and liars and cheaters who are servants of the illusion. Trying pretenders. What do you call you? Pretender. You pretend to be guru. You pretend to be gods. They do it all over the place in this Maya, man. You got George Soros and Carl Schwab. They pretend to be God. They'll tell you, man, we're God here on this planet. No, you ain't. And you got your guru. Yeah, we're real gurus. No, you ain't. Where's your real authority, man? Where's your real degree of devotion? Where's your conclusive truth? Where is your awakening of others? Where is your, yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion are certainly the spiritual master. Where is that certainness? Nowhere. Not in the Narayan Raj. I didn't see it there. I didn't see it in the Radha. Where's the certainty? None. And they even told you, Narayan, no, oh, well, it'll be many lifetimes before you're going to get prema. Like my prema that you never see, of course, I'll just go like, you can go look at his things. And you're always, everybody said, wow, he's got so much. Look, he's holding back the death. Oh, yeah. How do you know? Nobody knows. Krishna knows. Gohari knows. Because my Lord informs me many things now. He's informing you guys too. You're seeing it with your own eyes now. See? Because the Lord, see, the right, it shows you the real dark. See, darkness, what is darkness? The Lord's Maya. And when you see the light, then you become enough, you can see it too. How did Prabhupada see the envy and jealousy in his godbrothers that his disciples couldn't even see? Because the Lord in his heart, right? That's why you got to listen to these real authorities. Yeah, Prabhupada said, "Look, these godbrothers of mine are envious and jealous of me. They're showing the symptoms and all that." And what did Narayana? I was there, so I heard that from Prabhupada, and I always knew Prabhupada. Then I'm listening to Narayana Raj. He's saying, "Oh no, these are great acharyas and pure devotees." And oh, he's preaching the opposite. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? Who's the real authority? Not to say, oh well, he's not a nice guy. Narayan Raj had nice qualities on the certain level, but why didn't he see what Prabhupada saw? That's what I always asked. A lot of stuff. Why didn't he see what I was seeing in these books? See, that's how the true vine is of all these vines in this universe, a lot of that people are sucking on, living off of, believing in. There's one true vine. I always knew Jesus had it. I always knew Lord Caitanya. I knew Prabhupada had it. But these other guys, they were a little different. That's why I investigated. I wanted to go. It's subtle. To go in there a year and a half with Narayan Raj, 6 months with the Radhakund Babajis, 5 years in ISKCON. Some people feel satisfaction with just being able to get a person to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra one time. Yeah, like Balaram. Get him to say Krishna once. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, yeah, that's great. Is over here turning fallen fools into Krishna conscious ecstatic devotees. Exponentially increasing rate. That's proof is right here in the Sangha. Anyone who spends time here sticks around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not here. This is more of an Abadud thing. I just speak what just what's inspirational. I don't hold back or think, well, let me see, man, let me see. You got to have that, filter. We got to filter things. Everything, no filter here. Just, Nityananda was like that, no filter. You filter out the truth. I don't like that. Okay, so, Krishna overflowed shores without limit and cooling the universe tormented by the threefold miseries. I love this. This is so true. Ecstatic devotion does that. Threefold miseries. People don't even know this. You can go to Tony Robbins, you pay all this money for a seminar, and he'll never talk about the threefold miseries that affect even him. He can't get away from that. Nobody can, except the devotee who has real bhakti, devotion that Lord Chaitanya is giving so easily. The Vaidhi Bhaktas can't get free of the threefold miseries to the extent that we are. Maybe a little bit, but not to this extent. Devotion has to awaken in your heart. The this bhakti has to overflow the shores into tears. Anybody who starts crying knows, wow, I'm feeling purified. I'm crying new types of tears. I used to cry tears that are painful. Some still have some of that. And that's always because of attachment to something mundane, some mundane object or person. That's your lamentation. That and ultimately devotion reveals how stupid you were to be attached to something that's dead. Really, I mean, that's what the bottom line is. It did. It's like in the pastime. I love this pastime with Srivas. Man, Lord Chaitanya's dance. See the real truth, the life. Lord Chaitanya comes once every 4 billion. 320 million years, that's a long time for the Lord to appear. And Srivas is there and watching the special dancing that we can't even imagine what it looks like unless you see some devotee inspired to dance like that by the Lord Himself. And he's seeing that dancing, and his wife, who's a little attached to the son, dies. And you, oh, let's stop the kirtan. See, that's anybody attached always wants to stop the friggin' kirtan. If you and that's normal, right? You would think a normal human being would say, "Stop the kirtan of Lord Chaitanya," but not Srivas. He's saying, "Hey, once every 4 billion years do we get to see a kirtan? How many deaths have I been through? And you, and how many sons and daughters we've had? Millions as birds. We've had our sons and the eggs, and the Maya comes and kills and eats the eggs, and all kinds of catastrophes come. I've had so many of that, but how many times you get Lord Chaitanya dancing in your home? Hey, you go and cry in the corner. Shut your mouth. I don't know. Son died. He died here in the holy place with Lord Chaitanya. He's guaranteed. And you want to interrupt the kirtan? You crazy woman. He called her insane. That's the kind of devotees I worship. That's the kind of, you know, that's my heroes are like that. I don't know about you guys. You probably side with the woman. Oh, you know what? Your dog died, and you should stop the kirtan. I don't side. No, my heroes are beings like that because that's Lord Chaitanya. when he was informed, why did he even said, "Why did you stop the kirtan after 4 hours? Why didn't you stop and let inform me that your son died?" Oh, are you kidding, man? I would never stop you. I would no. Your happiness is everything to me. And the Lord started crying. He says, "There's no illusion for you. I have so few devotees like you." See, those are my heroes. I look up to people like that. I have people. That's why people think I'm crazy. They think he's crazy too for thinking like that. But my Lord doesn't think so. Well, whatever my Lord appreciates, I appreciate. Even though I can't come up to the standard, still, you're my target, Lord. Your happiness. If you're happy with devotees that have no attachment because they have so much love for you, and love for your happiness, I'm with that man. See, that's why these books, the top. I have no attraction to any other book. I can't read any other books, but these. This is top most. Once you get addicted to this, you know everybody that's come here. Even my ex-wife who left, she never likes to read mundane books. Even now, well, I don't know now. Maybe it was. Who knows? But she used to read Monday before I met her. She'd read these books, and also she used to hide these Babaji books because she had this Shiva thing inside, believing in it. And she would hide the book because she knew I would throw them out. I was harder back then. Jaguar, you threw him out. He was going around throw out my books about the Mayavadi. I even forced her to dance, man, with bells on her because she had this thing. I got her to dance in the subways, and she no, I dragged her out of the house to dance. You got to come to the subway and dance with me, and we went out to the subway, and no, I can't. You get up there and then she started dancing. All of a sudden, she was free. She loved and no more resistance. She just started dancing. In front of everybody, no problem. Yeah. See, tormented by the threefold miseries. Yeah, yeah. This is it, man. This is the solution. Look, you guys are example. Look how many sickly bodies we got here. I can't even be example. For some reason, I've been always, so far anyway. Knock on wood, but you guys, you got your sickly bodies. A lot of but you get into bhakti and you seem to overcome a lot of stuff, man. It's amazing. I'm amazed. And you're proof that the threefold miseries can be overcome by bhakti, and then not much less your minds. As you more devotion there, the more you've overcome that, and you become steady devotion, more and more and more. All the conditioning goes. You're getting over these things, becoming like steady liberation, like a solid root in Lord Chaitanya. Threefold miseries of the body and the mind, miseries of other living entities. Oh, look at all the miseries they're heaping on the world now. more and more and more, and like, we'll come to sadhu sangha, and then who cares about, whatever, just lock, just they want to put people more into like restrictive environments. They don't want you to travel. They don't want you to go in a car. They want you to go in the metaverse. I mean, this is all out in the open now. Oh yeah, well, we want you home. We're going to reduce everything, and I'm sorry, you can't go in the world now. Into the, they don't want you to go in nature. Can you imagine? This is the Lord's Maya. He's having a very bad dream, very bad dream. Eh? He's even dreaming of wokeness, and his wokeness is twisted dream. In a dreams, everything's kind of twisted and everything. This is Vishnu dreaming. He's dreaming of this woke. He's dreaming of being woke. Well, you want we ain't dreaming of the woke. We are woke. This is the real woke movement, man. You didn't. You think you talk about woke? That's, you call that woke? No, this is woke, man. And if you come here, you'll wake. Otherwise, you'll be in a wake out there. Death, literally. They're exterminating. Come here and wake up. Be awoke to the truth, and otherwise the threefold miseries are all out there, is in the Maya, is being disconnected from the truth. What did Jesus Christ say? It's the truth that will set you free. And that is absolutely, I always love that saying. That's just the truth. That sentence, the truth will set you free. And he's so right on. What does the Bhagavatam say? Same thing. This Bhagavatam is what? Second verse, first canto. You ready for it? This Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest truth. Highest truth. So important about truth, isn't it? It's the only leg in this Kali Yuga, is the truth, not mode of goodness truth. No, 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 not that saving bodies and all. No, no. Saving the soul body. That's the real body. That is the highest truth. And higher than the soul is the supreme super soul. Now that's the highest truth. And they're meant to be together forever. That's what we preach here. I told you this what we do here is thrilling. It's the best entertainment. Now they train surgeons in the metaverse to do operations before they. Yeah, exactly. They go in the metaverse. I mean, we can use everything for Krishna. It's no problem for us. But can you imagine those who go in the metaverse and they don't have any connection with this? They just become stupid, kind of robotic, and that's why the Lord says, this is useless. That's why he's getting rid of, like, so many people. You're useless until you're connected with the Lord. The Lord's thinking, I can't really use it. This is just Maya's game, and he winds it up. The Lord winds this up at a certain point. He's bored, same old, same old. Maya's doing the modes of nature. People are caught up in the modes, and the only interesting thing for the Lord and the Lord's devotees is coming here and relishing this eternal relationship with the transcendental Lord, and preaching it to the world. Otherwise, there's no real purpose here. It's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on, disconnected from God. All these they're so long, the path back to, they say all paths lead back to the Lord. Well, maybe you may not make it until he winds it up again, and you go back into that Vishnu form and are dormant, and then he poof, just shits you out basically into the world again, and hopes from that fertilizer of the modes that somehow or other you'll meet a devotee who knows the truth and set you free. Who knows the truth? Not. Oh yeah, we're librarians in charge of truth, but we never really read the books because we don't understand the books. But we got the books and we can use them because we're contaminated with the opulences that we got from Prabhupada. All the buildings and all this knowledge that we don't understand. We can use it so we can become gurus and false deliverers and pretenders and all that bullshit that people have been doing for 50 years. Well, that is all finished now. You had enough time to play around. Shamagori, are you okay? Is this a good class? Is this you find this nourishing? Am I saying the correct thing? I mean, I can't hold my words back. I don't know if I'm speaking right or wrong. It seems like you want to say something. Why don't you go ahead? What's in your heart there? Go ahead, share it.
Here, our table, yeah, our table, yeah, is full with prashadam, full, you know,
Ooh.
transcendental, spiritual, full with prashadam. And I have this feeling that I'm serving on this golden stream now, that Lord Caitanya gave to us. I'm serving on this now, and every day it's so amazing. It's just so amazing.
Wow.
My, I can't hold back no voice. It's just
My life is a success. I'm pleasing the devotee. If I don't please the devotees, then I don't care about pleasing ordinary people. I don't care about pleasing hypocrites and liars and cheaters and all that are caught up in the modes. But if I can please the devotees, I know my destination to Vrindavan is guaranteed.
it's undescribable because one has to feel it.
Yeah,
I cannot describe in words. You know, it's,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. They'll come. You'll see.
Oh, oh.
Hello there. Let's see, what do we got here? Fernando, bring a Hare Krishna for almost 40. Oh, being a Hare Krishna for. Read this, Tom. Can you read what he's saying?
Yes, being a Hare Krishna for almost 40 years. Reading, chanting, sacrificing myself and all those things. Inside and outside the temple. I finished taking shelter on impersonal realization of Krishna. Only thing available for me. 2 months hearing Srila Gaurahari and Lalita Ganga, sometimes insulting them. And I, and I, and I got the ecstasy experience, singing the mantra, coming alive, never before. This is incredible.
I told you, man, it's an exciting experience here. You come here with a little open mind. You test it out, and it's amazing, man. It's the greatest show on earth, man. And that's what it is. He was telling me yesterday that he had this experience in chanting. It's like it's like unbelievable. And now he's afraid that it won't come back. I said, that's great, man. That's a great thing, yeah, because it will come back because the Lord, He's not going to give you a taste for Himself and not come back. As long as you stay in the right conditions, you got to always stay in the right. It's like a plant grows in the right soil and all of that, the right environment. And this is it for this. If you want this kind of ecstasy, this is the environment for it. Otherwise, it doesn't grow in the Vitae sector and all that. They actually, it's not the right soil for it. Yeah.
Like you always say, I've been there, I've done that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And now I'm here.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Ah, yeah, and so yeah, so, and cooling the universe tormented. Okay, I'm going to read this again. Uprooting the dense darkness in the hearts of the entire world, making the nectar ocean of the bliss of pure love of Krishna overflow the shores without limits. Yeah, and that's the bliss and the love and the ecstasy overflow without limits. It's, I mean, we can only take so much in these bodies, but without limits, and then the threefold miseries are nullified, see? And all the whole verse becomes realized. See, you become an example of the verse, and you must become an example. And the splendid moonlight of Lord Caitanya eternally shines within your heart. See, this was, don't worry, you start to have this by this association. This will be like a sequence that will happen more and more and more and overcome more and more obstacles simply by ecstatically worshiping the Lord. See, this is the best of all methods of worship. This is the best of all processes. This is the best of all esoteric mystic yogas to attain God. This is the safe bridge to do it also. This is the quickest path, is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which we live on here. And those who start to develop confidence in that, you found the shore from this ocean of Maya. Now you've washed off on the shore here. Anybody who comes here, they will feel it. They will experience that. And all you have to do is just get to go through all these crazy things, all this insanity that you picked up, and just stick it out, and you'll just overcome it naturally, effortlessly. Well, it'll feel like the only effort is the resistance, this stuff. But that's you got to handle the process. A piece of iron on a magnet becomes a magnet. Yeah, exactly. See, by rubbing the magnet, a piece of iron, it becomes magnetized. So you get the same. You begin to attract the Lord also closer to you because the Lord is thinking. It's scientific what we're doing here. If He sees that you are attracted to His devotees and you stay in close association, that brings Him closer to you automatically because He's always around His real devotees. Okay? And so, because you are in association to a devotee He's close to, you get the benefit. This is science. But He's not. So these gurus, I see the symptoms that they have the symptoms of more distance from the Lord, because the closer the Lord is, the more naturally ecstatic, transcendental ecstasy. You can see the transformations in the body, unless the devotee is really trying to hide them, you know, which cannot be done. That's why many devotees might not be telling you about the intimate stuff because they have to keep external topics and stuff like that. See, so you get close to those who are close to God. God is natural. You're in close proximity also. You're going to get the spin off. That means your purification is going to be accelerated automatically. Whereas people trying to get to that stage of purification, they're going to work their butts off for many lifetimes. And you get it so easily just being around those who are close to God and God is close to them. And you're in close proximity also. See? From them ecstatic prema emanates. You think that's just a word? Don't you think that's a reason he said that? There's a reason for to being close to where that prema is emanating? And it's not even emanating from these gurus. That's why he says, I've been there 40 years. Because no ecstatic prema is emanating from them. They're not even a represent a songbook. They don't even understand it. Their followers don't understand it. But you notice Johann comes here and he's always talking about it because now, wow, now I realize where ecstatic prema is emanating. I'm in that proximity. Wow, it's giving me revelation and realization. Oh man, by the word of my guru, man, ignorance is destroyed. All the ignorance of following sannyasis who don't have bhakti. That's ignorance, man. People don't know that. Okay, that's fine for neophytes and beginners and all of that. Prabhupada knew that. But ultimately, there's this, where all your ignorance goes. Why live in ignorance when you can live in the light? That was a Jesus and a Lord Caitanya teaching. Why not go where the mercy is, get the mercy, stay in the mercy, live in the mercy? What other process to you? You're better than Bhagavad Gita. It says in Bhagavad Gita for the self-realized soul, and you're more than that coming here. You come here, you will feel more than that. And for those guys on Bhagavad Gita level, for them, there's no duty. You think there's any duty for you guys who have the Son of Lord Caitanya rising in your heart and staying there? Go ahead. Ooh, what did the Dundas come in?
I just wanted to, because you were speaking about mercy, right? And then I think, at the end, you will become the mercy yourself, and then you can deliver others.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it's all
that's right. You see
to
the
become
Dundas coming up.
mercy, the self, and then deliver others. Oh, my Lord, my Lord. I'm getting it now.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that. Sarvabhauma, yeah, I was reading this, and some of these things, see, we don't know what it was like, but some they say things in these plays and different books. So Sarvabhauma, they noticed this quality because the Lord would sometimes act contradictory to things. Like he said, "Oh, I'm not going to give this person any mercy." In some way, it was only external. He would just be kind of joking around. And oh, this, like this. And Sarvabhauma, he says the mercy of Lord Caitanya is independent of Lord Caitanya. If the Lord may say contradictory, oh, I'm not giving that person, and the mercy will give it's independent. The mercy just gives, will give it to anybody and everyone. Even though the Lord may say, oh, this person, I don't want to see them, and all of a sudden they get all this mercy automatically. That's the mercy is like that. It's just so wants to deliver the world. It happens here even too. I say things, that person, sometimes they still get it. Yeah. The splendid path of pure devotional service which bewildered the great sages in the past, which material intelligence has no power to enter, which Shukadev Goswami was not able to understand, and which merciful Lord Krishna never revealed to his closest friend, is the place where the dear devotees of Lord Gaur happily enjoy pastimes. And that's because Lord Krishna could not reveal it to Uddhava. Only a devotee can reveal it. And so the Lord had to come as a devotee. He had to come in the mood of his greatest devotee, Radharani, in that and relish bhakti as a devotee. So that's why the devotees in our line have to have real devotion. Otherwise, you're practicing. You're not clear. You're not conclusive. That's why people they don't like this preaching because it's too darn conclusive. I'd say, hey man, you got to be around a real devotee like Lord Caitanya was a real devotee. He has real devotion. He had the tears. He had the transformations in his body. You got to be around that person. That's real Guru Dev. If you the person ain't like that, ain't showing that, ain't demonstrating that, you don't know if they're lying to you, bluffing, and because you don't know if he's experienced or she's experienced, and you're definitely not. You're not getting it, so everybody's unclear. Conclusiveness means clarity, means logic, means spiritual potency and power, means authority on bhakti. See, Advaita was an acharya. See, what because he propagated the cult of devotion. It's not just a word. Propagating the cult of devotion means rules and regular. That ain't devotion yet. Cultivated the cultivation of pure love of God. That's devotion. Is real devotion. It's the true vine where you find real devotion. Devotee and devotion cannot be separated. It can and can't. Simultaneously one and different. That's why the devotion needs to come through a what do you call, like a receptacle. That's the temple. The devotee's thinking, no, this body is just a temple to be used to teach the absolute truth in life, to broadcast it, right? Maya's broadcasting illusion, keeping people illusion. They're listening to the illusion, all the way up into religion. They're speculating on who God is, and you're listening to speculations on the absolute truth until you meet the real devotee, the by medium for God's truth in this world. That's the word of God coming through his real devotees. Those are scriptures. Oh, and man, when you get the scriptures behind the voice, man, watch out, because Maya has no chance for those who hear from those devotees. You are guaranteed to be delivered if you believe in that word, not blindly, but are convinced logically, clearly, surely, certainly. That's why the devotees are the only real thing in this world, the real persons in this world. That's where deliverance is. It's always through the bona fide gurus, have those qualities that we describe. Not a lie, not a pretender. That Maya is always pretending, all the way up into even Vrindavan. Those who represent Vrindavan but don't. It's like going to these guys in Radhakund and all these holy places. They're always there. They're part of the illusion still, part of the protectors of that. They say, "Oh, you want to get to Radhakund? You got to go through us." Just like I went to Tamal Krishna to get to Prabhupada and Krishna, and it didn't work. I was cut off, and you were cut off too because you're inconclusive. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't go to these guys who have material motives and you got to get through us to get to Radha, and all they are just lusty for money, and they want money, and they want to use God to make money. That's called religion. You got to get through them in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya's meeting. They're still all over the place. And a lot of good devotees, they need to be set free of because they're captivated by those leaders. Good people. I had one lady, she was crying for Krishna. I went in the Narayan Raj group. Crying for Krishna. She told me as she giving class, but she had pride too now, because that devotion. She says, I used to cry for Krishna when I talked about Krishna. She was from Vrindavan, Indian lady, and naturally, she said, yeah. And then I took initiation from Narayan Raj, and then I just had no devotion. I know, because I did the same thing. I lost it. And hey, I used to have all these devotional feelings when I read for Christian. She's giving a class. I'm sitting in the class. This is a real experience, man. I'm going to talk about because it's real, man. More real than what you guys got out there in Narayan land. Here, she's telling me a real experience. I'm seeing it really, and she's seeing it illusionary. Yeah, I used to cry for Krishna when I over the past. See, she came into this incarnation with this natural love, and immediately religion snuffed it out. And I took initiation, and then I just all this disappeared. I don't cry anymore. Because she said this, because a little tear came. So wow, I used to cry all the time. But then I took initiation. Then I went, oh Gurudev, what happened? I used to cry when I read the. I felt so good crying, but now it's gone. Gurudev, why? Oh yeah. Well, I took that away so you could preach. When I heard that, then I started to wonder. Ah, like he took my wife away. Oh yeah, Gohar, he just doesn't have any real. Come over here, and boom, her bhakti was gone. She became more of a Mayavadi. I saw that. I saw it. She was more in that kind of thing. They want to be equal, with God and Guru. Go ahead there. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, because in the past, I was associating also with Narayan Maharaj disciples.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything. The association of them, it was.
Well, we can help them. I mean, see,
It was nothing.
yeah, nothing. No, because it's a mode of goodness. It's just- they got, they're nice people. It ain't
Yeah,
about being nice.
of course.
It's about
I'm
being
not
different.
criticizing them.
Exactly. No. That's
Just
accurate.
like in ISKCON, I'm not criticizing any ISKCON disciples because they do not know any better.
They don't know any
Yeah,
better.
they do not know any better. So they better come here. They better
Yeah,
come here. They
that's
better
right.
come here running.
Yeah, yeah. See, they don't know any
That's what
better,
they
but
do.
still, yeah. See, they don't know
Oh,
any better, but still, they commit the offense, and they ultimately need to know that why they don't chant in ecstasy. I'm here to help them get over the offense. The fence. It's a fence to them. They don't like this bhakti. Hey, come on, man, that's hypocritical. I got to tell you that. You got to know the birds and the bees. Well, you ISKCON people, Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya me. You should be asking why you don't chant in ecstasy like we do. And I'm here to tell you why. I'm here to show you why. I'm talking about all your leaders and everything because you need to know if you want this ecstasy. You need to know that, look, with all those leaders you've been with, still you don't like this ecstasy. That's an offense. Not to like the ecstatic love, that means you don't like the real God. You don't like the Radha you worship. That's hypocritical. I'm here to teach you what real hypocrisy is. To get over is very easy. All you have to do is realize, wow, I was offensive. I was against real bhakti, real devotion that Lord Chaitanya showed, that we also show, because it's time for this show. The greatest show on earth is this expression of this devotion that's been hidden for 550 years publicly and only been like maybe the acharyas privately in their room. Well, it's time for the birds and the bees. And that's the offense. If you don't like this bhakti there, Ram Das Vijayavasi, you'll just be a speculator and dry. And you can't even help yourself. God forgive you, but see, we're going to help because we have to forgive you. You come here, you go blah 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 blah. Blah. That's all right. You keep coming. Yeah, let all the poison come out, and then eventually you see how stupid you were. You'll put that goat head on like Daksha did. Didn't Daksha put? He realized how stupid he was. Look at this goat head, man. I wear this proudly. If everybody here becomes a goat head, we all are feeling. I feel a goat. I'm just a goat head, and the Lord makes me smart. It's His intelligence. I let Him have His way. That's all. His truth. It's all about His truth. He shows me this. I preach what He shows me. His words are my life, man. My happiness, everything. See? So that I have my little goat head too. I'm just a fool. Or just a fool. Okay? But the Lord has the smarts, and the Lord, He's showing, proving to me. I also want to be convinced, proving to me, the Lord, you've taken your seat here. You're giving me life. You give me this transcendental happiness every day. I consider this Radha. I consider this conclusive. I consider this Krishna, conclusive understanding. And I'm going to preach this proudly, boldly. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's how it is. You don't like it. Well, you're the guys chanting dry, right? Like Shamaguri. She went there. She didn't feel any because there's nothing there. Nothing like this. What? You can go there. See, people are impressed with the modes of goodness, even. Oh, look, this is a good devotee. He's so nice. Oh, he's so regulated. Oh, he's so like politician, very nice and like that. It's political, Oh yeah, but inside they can't. They're not even feeling, or they repress their feelings. They can't handle the process of purification yet. But they're advanced devotees in their heads. In their minds, they're advanced. But in the presence of a real devotee, purified through all of this fire and all of this stuff, they're like, you're not even born yet. You're still in here, and your Krishna is in your speculation mind. That's all it is. You got to come here. Hey man, we're showing you what real Krishna consciousness is. Real Krishna consciousness is what these verses are. These verses are the devotees here, for God's sake. This is it. And you're just in your mind speculating. You're not even born yet.
And as they knew that I was associating with you, Gurudev, they just throw me
Oh,
out.
they throw you out. Yeah, so that's why you're a sleeper agent. You get in, worm your way in there somehow. Shine. Not too much. Just enough to. I couldn't be around devotees in this, and I was having experience I couldn't talk about and crying. Oh yeah, they'll throw you out for that. Watch out! Don't cry in front of the deities, man. It's an offense. It even says in the book to cry before the deities is an offense. Who knows why that was? Probably, some of these in the books, sometimes they're interpreted by Brahmins, and, you know, they're just a Brahmin, Brahmins, they have their, Brahmins speculate, this is why it's not enough just to be a Brahmin in the mode of goodness. You have to get the transcendental mercy. Right now, the mercy of Lord Caitanya is the only real game in town. People just don't know it. If you don't, you'll play the world game right now. You'll be a pawn on that game. Go take your shot, believe in it. I had a conversation with somebody who's probably still here, and I'll just tell you, this is the thing. People say, well, it's polarizing, these things about the injections. You say this, and you say, well, let me tell you something. The Lord shows me these things. Anybody confused and polarized about that, they just don't know what I know. I know why they're confusing everybody. I know why there's polarizing there. It's all a distraction. It's part of the depopulation program. And that's just how it is. And even my disciples, that shows you they need some more purification. Because if you're a little confused by the polarization, you don't know what's going behind the scenes. You don't know the intentions. You can't see the bullshit going on in these politicians. You can't see their plan. You can't see what's on their real mind. But I do. And whoever believes it, you're going to be safe. Because I did that with Prabhupada. He said, my godbrothers have envy and jealousy and all that. I listened to him. He knows. Now I know. I can also see like Prabhupada sees. And about the world, you better, if you're, you wonder, well, if you're like that, well, I don't know. They're saying this and they're saying that. And I don't know. Which should I believe? I'll just take the shot. Oh, well, yeah, that's it, man. That's exactly what they want you to do. You don't know Maya's game. The Lord shows me Maya's game. It weakens you, divide and conquer, and you. That is the proof you did a stupid thing. I ain't ashamed to say it. I ain't confused. I ain't polarized. I know the intentions of Maya because my Lord shows me. You think he just shows me bhakti? He shows me the whole ball of wax. Even my disciples, they went and did this. I told them not to. Well, it's your opinion. Well, that's because you're not like here. You haven't worshipped in ecstasy like this to see what I see. So if you're thinking, well, I don't know, maybe it's just his opinion and all that. It ain't just an opinion. I see the motives of these people. I see the Mayas using them to depopulate the world because people believe in them and people still are a little weak here. And they went and did that. That's proof of the weakness of not understanding the clarity and not believing this opinion deep enough. Anyway, if you did what you did, and my advice, don't do it again. And if you still have your opinion if you want, go ahead. But stick around till you get strong. If you're around, but if you keep doing that, I guarantee you won't be around very long. That's so you can think, well, I don't know, maybe he's just that's a bit strong, just to say, Acharya Dev is wrong for the. Yeah, well, he's not wrong. He's right if you believe him. If you believe, he's also under the whammy. It ain't enough to go to school to be able to understand how Maya's playing this and how people are being played by Maya. You need strong bhakti. What do you think? To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understand how to come back. You think it's only on the spirit level? He also will keep you around so you can finish your purification. So if you're not at that point, if you're fortunate, you'll listen to this opinion and not Bill Gates' opinion or be confused by Maya's opinion there. Just in case you wonder, because people still in the group, Gohar, he's just his opinion, that you don't know what they want. That thing is a clot shot, it's a death shot, it's a cancer shot, it's all kinds of experimental shot, it's all kinds of things that you don't want in your body, my friends. If you listen to this opinion, you don't have to go through the experience. I already heard a devotee in here that did it, and he started banging his head on the wall. That's the stuff in there. They're seeing demons and stuff like this. There's a weird shit in that. And it's real shit. And this is, so anyway, you'll be lucky if you accept this opinion, if it gets you through this polarization thing and that all just weakens your intelligence and all that stuff. That's what it's about, is to make you so weak that you do stupid things. That's what Maya does. See, Maya protects me. Top it off, it don't work. Yeah, top it off. Maya's laughing at you. Maya's laughing at you. They tell you it doesn't even friggin' work now. You didn't even need to do it. You've been fooled and tricked and lied to. And that's what Maya's doing. Big deception in this world. Thank you, Lord, for protecting me from it. And anybody believes this word, if you come and, you do some, if you, hopefully you do some research too, and you'll see. Anybody who does a little research in this, you'll see that can't you at least see why they're hiding all information, why it has to be one way. See, it's the internet is being censored now. Everything has to be one way. If I put one thing of another opinion from a medical doctor, if it doesn't go with the standard programming you're getting, the television, we're telling you a vision, then they say, oh, this is medical misinformation. And and they chastise it very heavy, or anybody else. Oh, how do you do this again? You're going to lose your channel. So what is that saying? It's showing you they're just trying to program you. And you guys are believing it. See, my whole biological family had those things, and there are many of them, and none of them is sick nor have been sick. Yeah, yeah. That's what you think. That's why they do it. It may protect you for a while, but then they get sick and they get things, and their people are dying. And then some, you don't know, there's some things in some batches that aren't like that. But so many are. You can't always do it like that. You got to see these. Maya is smart. See, you go like, you see, my family did. You want to know how many families are not like your family? You know how many people I even meet here that have problems? Just because, don't you think these guys are smart not to put anything in certain batches? Do you think they want everybody to drop like flies? They want people like you to give a testimony. Well, my family did. You want to see how many people's families that they're hiding this from? They won't even let you hear about their families and their mothers and their fathers and their children dying. You don't want to, they won't let you hear that, but you see, you even testify. Well, you see, and they'll, oh, that's wonderful that you have that. Please put that on there. Oh, yeah, no problem. But don't put all the families and all the children, all the people having adverse effects and dying like flies. 800 people, don't put 800 people, athletes already and more, have just died on the field in front of everybody. Don't put that on the internet. No, just put those where they didn't put any stuff in there on there. You're
Okay, so
not
what
giving a
I'm
testimony, but
leaving.
you are. Yeah, okay, bye. Thank you. You're not giving a testimony, but you are giving a testimony. But that's just how it is. See, we people that are having problems, they can't give their testimony. Only those persons where they didn't put any stuff in there can give their testimonies. Yeah, this has always been known. This thing is the perfect thing. It's a, what do you call? It's hard to trace. A person dies of cancer. How do you know? Person dies of this adverse. They even have fibrillators on the street they're putting now because people are getting these. They call it what do you call sudden death syndrome? This just happened and there's no connection. Sudden death, people having heart attacks, more more cancer, more heart attacks, more this, more that. How do you know? Yeah, well, if Krishna gives you a brain, you know, especially if you do research, because it still comes out. The truth comes out. No matter how much Maya tries to hide truth, still it comes out somehow. Okay. Anybody you believe in, that's the problem. You believe in the governments and all that stuff. They're trying to help you. Not now. Not now. They're not. After shots, they forced me to have an echogram for a heart attack. See, there you go. That's something. Yeah, they want to experiment. They want to see how does it work on your hearts and all that. Weird shit. Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. But I'm tired of hearing in this people saying, "Well, Gohar, it's just your opinion," and all that. I can't even understand. That's where you're too much into the Maya and how the Maya is playing you like a fiddle. You can't see the intentions, of these people. A lot of people don't have time to do the research. They're too, like one devotee here, she's too busy working. Probably, you got to work. They keep you working a lot, and you don't have time to research and do these deep things. I have had no injections since I was given information regarding injections from the age group. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Tom, give us a word.
Whoa. I was doing a lot of looking at the comments and writing, and well, I'm happy that it's silent now.
You're happy that what?
um, I'm happy I don't need to focus on that anymore, on that misinformation. There's so much going on that attracts our attention, and it drains my energy. I get focused on this true vine, this true Satchidananda with ecstatic energy.
Yeah,
Chant, let's chant and dance. And when I'm focusing too much on these troubling things, then I'm getting tired.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't focus on them much, but you know what? There's times sometimes I feel like focus. I think it's a little bit needed to be focused on that. A little. I mean, look at the devotees in there. They're going doing this in our sangha because I didn't focus enough on it. I don't want to focus, but hey, man, maybe a little bit is necessary to protect people's bodies in this world. This stuff changes your DNA, man. Does weird shit to you. It should. It should be stopped. Actually, it should be stopped here. And if you don't believe me, do some research. Otherwise, you don't give a shit about yourself. You don't care about your DNA. You don't care about that. So if you don't believe this opinion, do some deep research, not mainstream bullshit. If you don't know the TV's programming you, they're a big fool here. If you go only from information you get from these CDC bullshitters, you're an idiot. You got to go deep. You got to go into the alternative people. Get it, and there's plenty of information about it. It's so clear. And if you're not getting it from what I'm saying here, then you go do it. Otherwise, you don't give a shit about what you're putting in you. You don't care about poisoning your body, and God knows what it's doing to your genetic code and everything.
The people who really know the real ingredients, let's ask them if they take it. They will not take it. They
Hmm.
know what's in it, and they will not take it. So if a seller doesn't trust his own product, yes, we should certainly tr- don't tr- we should certainly not trust them and the product.
Of course, it's all money thing. There's still it's all hypocritical. So many. This is the age of hypocrisy, and when you get closer to with God, you see the hypocrisy in the world. You see it in Biden. You see, you shouldn't mandate. Oh, he said the COVID thing is over. It's over and everything, but they still have mandates. Still, to go into school, you got to get these things in certain schools. To get a job, you require this still to go into the countries. You got to get the shots in some countries, and so it's just it's all hypocrisy, man. And anyway, you're fortunate if you come here because on all levels you can get protection. And on this one, if you don't believe in my opinion, yeah, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. But if you don't believe in my strong opinion on this, well, do the research. And I say, if you don't believe in this opinion and you don't do the research, I say you can care a shit about your own lifespan here. I say you are a stupid fool, and you may not believe it, but you are, in my opinion. You don't listen here, and you won't do the research, and you'll just go right down there. You're programmed, man. You're under the conditioning of the world. You've watched too much television or something, or you've been indoctrinated, and you have this MK Ultra bullshit going on in your mind. You know, that's what I feel about it. Researching whatever I put in my mouth has helped. Researching what others say I can put in my body is vital. Exactly. And if you've not done it, a lot of people have. They haven't done sufficient research. What, you think the research is just what the CDC says? They are lying to you, man. They got a plan of depopulating. They're all in on it. They're all in on it, the damn plan. They know, and you don't know. That's because you're stupid. You don't do the research. The takeaway from this video is do the research if you're doing what they say. Because there's a plan going on. They have this plan, this new world order bullshit, and everything's being geared towards that.
Yeah, the opinion of the spiritual master is the active principle of spiritual life. Why did you not listen? Why are you not listening? I also get really pissed off when I hear disciples in the Sangha saying, oh, it might be Guru Hari speculation. I just want to turn off your classes. You're asses, donkeys, stupid, thrown out of India, 1 million people killed, the same people who are purporting this. You're idiots not to listen to your guru. Idiots.
Yeah, they're brainwashed when they say it's my speculation. I did the research to see. I've looked at the CDC opinion, but I look at all these other real opinions, the ones that they have. They put their life on the line, man. The opinions of people hold a lot of weight, not people who sell out. Go ahead.
I was there in Nottingham when Lord Harry did the research. You said, I don't know what's going on. You researched it.
Yeah.
You're stupid if you didn't listen to Lord Harry. You're stupid, man. You're not following that verse in Caitanya Charitamrita. You don't know it.
Yeah.
Even though it's
And I'm still saying, okay, I did the research. I'm of this opinion. Okay, I did the research. Now I can understand you saying, well, maybe he's, yeah. So then you do the research. I'm telling you, putting poison in your body. And you say, well, that's just his opinion, but I don't care to read. I just listen to the CDC. I say, well, you're a stupid fool for that because they're programming you. They have only one agenda in mind, is depopulation. And if you don't know that, you haven't done the research, man. So you don't listen to my opinion. You don't do the research. So I say you're less intelligent, stupid, program fool. I'm not ashamed to say that. Even if you're in the Sangha and you want to leave, it's okay with me. You're still a stupid, program fool. From my doing the research, that's what I ascertained. And I see people doing shit like that. Oh, well, I couldn't travel to India to see my parents, so I took the shot. I put poison in my body to see my parents. You're stupid fool. Okay, I mean, if you have any problem with that, Some watch much television, some watch too much internet videos. All is manipulation. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with watching internet videos. And the thing is, if I'm watching internet videos of just the CDC and everything is geared on Facebook and all these things, they have a program, an agenda, and it's materially motivated. And therefore, too much? No, there's not too much. You just have to have a balanced amount of information. You have to go and look at the alternative sources that they're keeping from you. If you don't, then you are a programmed fool. You're just taking this one side. Can you imagine? That's how they do it in communism and all that. Only one opinion. If you have a different, they're already doing it in America. They're doing it in. Can't you see what they're doing? The whole world is having a one totalitarian opinion. For God's sake, if you can't see that, you are a program, man. Can't you see the program that they're doing? Totalitarianism, one world government. This is, you're under the strong deception. Even the Bible says there will be a time strong deception is put on the world. It's because you're not purified. The Lord protects his devotees from this, but a lot of people are not a devotee enough. And I'm saying, okay, you can be intelligent, you can do more research. With too many videos, but too many of the same videos of that stuff, man. There are people who know what they're talking. They're actually doctors. They've lost everything, man. You look, if you follow this thing, look at people losing everything for telling the truth because they have scruples. That's mode of goodness, man. They're the ones that are like the demigod types. They have principles. These people in CDC and all that, these guys, the Bidens, all of them have no scruples.
You
They're in the
can
mode of passion and ignorance. Uh, they are lying and cheating to get their ends done. They have material motives for profit. They want to be in control, very deep seated hankering for that. And if you only listen to their opinions, well, then you're going to go with them.
if you do research where they put their money and their effort in hiding the truth, a lot of effort they're putting in and a lot of money just only to hide the truth. If you research that, you will see it's not pure. It's
It's not pure.
contaminated.
Yeah, it's a contaminate, and you take that on, and then you act like they want you to act. In the Mayas, want you to act like that. So, if so, on that level, that's why I did the research. I want to know on the physical level. See, the mode of goodness is important. Mode of goodness is you put pure food in your body. You don't put poison injections in your body, even though they're telling you that this is nectar and this is wonderful. It is not. There's an agenda behind it. Yeah, the ones who have done this, they're doing they're losing their jobs, they're losing the because of this plan of Maya. They're not going for it. That's causes the friction. So we need to, to stay around. You need to do that. Plus, it's doing weird things to the DNA. This is done before. This is why they had giants in the world. This is it, biblical stuff. It's in the scriptures. They've had weird shit going on, Atlantis, all these things. They did experiments on people and doing the genetic coding. They want to be God. It's like playing God. That's what they're doing now. They're playing God where they can feel they can change the organic nature of human beings and make them into different things. This is very diabolical. It's very demoniac. So you can't now. This is strong deception in the world. Here, I mean, people are lucky you're hearing this. This I don't go for this crapola. After my first vaccination, I had suicidal depression like I'd never had before. There you go. At least we got one testimony there. And that if you put that up on the internet, they will take it off. They might even strike that now because they have AI. See, that's why they're doing this. They have AI now. It's already taken over. AI is like I get videos now. Most of my videos are being like a copyrighted thing, and it's not really copyright. The AI is just not smart enough to discern like this thing that I used to put that comes with the program, and now it strikes it. It can't discern it. They just whatever is different. It just and so it's just so it's taken over. They're using it. Any words that's to do with the C word, you can't even say the whole word. AI gets it and strikes it down. anything that doesn't go with the narrative that they want. So anyway, this is part of God's program, but doesn't mean that you have to go with that program. See, we have a program here. You want to stick around? You want to, preach? You want to preach the truth, or stick around, or you want to go with the sheeple out there? You want to go with the masses? Well, you can. You go put that in your arm, go believe whatever they're telling you, and you'll go with the sheeple. You'll, go. And maybe you're lucky. Nothing's happened right now. Well, but later on, it will probably will. It just. Yeah, and I won't be spending much time on this anymore. Everybody knows what I'm talking now. Just a little bit of this, and then fine, I'll move on. If you didn't get it now, well, hey, man, carry on, man. Stay or go, or change your DNA, get clots in your body, whatever for what? For what? I'm 69 years old. And I didn't take it. I'm still around. I never had, I had a cold, and as soon as you get a cold, oh, that's the C word. No, I had this, and just, here, like everybody's always had. They always had colds. I have very few. I had maybe in the 3 years that this has been going on, I've maybe had two in 3 years, and then they pass after. That's I mean, everybody's experience will be a little bit different, but still, and they're giving this thing to children who there's no risk at all. Why are they giving it to children? Because there's a thing, money, and also depopulation and all of this stuff. There are too many people. See, when you connect all the dots, it's just so clear to me. I mean, it's like unbelievably clear. Yeah, everything is connected. They have a plan. It's so clear. You know why they're depopulating? Because there's not going to be no work for people. Because they got robots and they don't need you. Maya doesn't need you here. She was only using people to make money from. That's all. That's what she does. Always profit, money. It's all material, wealth, and sense enjoyments. And it's a Maya's game. It's just always that way. And now, oh, we don't need, and we have the power. We have the technology and robots, and we don't need all these people. They're hassle, useless eaters, and let's get rid of them. That's the plan. And it'll be too late, by time people start really waking up, and there'll be so many people less, and then you'll wonder, well, you believed our bullshit, man, So Maya's not a very good master. She's just she's always deceiving, tricking, lying, and now it's huge deceptions, huge lies, like that. So, Lalita, give us a word.
I have a little request, Guru Maharaj. Can you
Go ahead.
please try to say what you are reading? Makes a big difference for me if I can see the words.
Oh, yeah. That was the Nectar Muna, Lord Caitanya.
Yeah,
The one
but
you read.
I
You
heard
could.
it, but I couldn't find. I was trying to find it in all the
Oh,
chapters.
yeah. It was chapter 4, or actually
Uh,
3. I start in 3, towards the end of 3. A few verses. 17 was one, and yeah, and then some of the ones in there. You
yeah,
can.
yeah. When I see the words, it becomes more lively for me as well because the hearing goes very fast. It's a language thing, so
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. But I just ask it again. Yeah, well, for the rest, yeah, I enjoyed class, but yeah, I'm a little bit disturbed when I cannot follow it. So
Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, Yamuna says I posted the book chapter and page, but if it disappears here, it
Yeah,
goes
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, sometimes it disappears.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we'll end it here. I'll see you a little bit later, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about the downturn talking about stuff like that. I mean, I know nobody wants to hear everybody. It's so nice just to believe and rest in the lap of these illusions and just to believe in the governments and now and
No, we don't. No, 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 no. We don't enjoy those illusions. That's not true. No, no, no. We no, 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 no. No illusions.
oh, illusions. Okay.
No, no. But we like to. Yeah, we like to relish the talks about Krishna, of course,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to go deep inside of that. But yeah,
You,
of
you
course.
can't leave it out. It's part of the pastimes. It's all part of the pastimes, isn't it? You can't not speak about it because it's a bit unsavory and it's very practical. So thank you for researching and sharing.
Well, this is in the Bhagavatam. All this stuff is going on. When the demons are taken over, they have things going on. They Bhagavad Gita is about the nature of demons and mode of goodness and mode of passion, and explain. It's all part of the understanding of the Lord's workings. That's why there's different truths. There's called Maya Tattva, the truth about Maya.
Yeah,
There's the truth about Krishna. There's a truth about Radha Tattva. There's a truth about Rasa Tattva. There's a truth about Guru Tattva. There's all these various truths all connected. So how Maya works is also, is a necessary topic. And yeah, so it's part of it. And otherwise, if you don't understand how Maya works, then you're going to
I don't
be.
understand how Krishna works either. Then
Yeah, yeah, you don't. You won't get a chance to. Might cut you down. Yeah. So it's part of the truth. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you.